Hey everybody, Joy here. It is Sunday, November 15, 2020, and I'm positive because this is the day Glenda's coming on. I have to wait till 3 o'clock. You guys probably all have a different o'clock than I have. But I have to wait till 3 o'clock and then we're going to watch her 90-minute live broadcast. But between now and then, notice what I'm doing. I have out my pretty bag that Nancy sent me. And the night before last night, I sat in here for 2 hours at this desk sorting out these buttons. They were in this box right here. This box was full to the top with odd buttons. There may have been 5 of one, 4 of one, 3 of one, 1 of one, but they were all just loose in this box. So I had to do major button sorting, and I'm telling you what, it was not easy. I decided after I was 2 hours into it that what I should have done to start with was take all the purples and put them together, all the blacks and put them together, all the reds and put them together. And then I would have just had to sort through that little pile of buttons instead of sorting through 10,000 buttons. It was like one of those Find Waldo puzzles, and every single Waldo looked alike and there were so many of them. And another thing about buttons, let me show you one. The thing about it is, you know, half of them land upside down, half of them land right side up. So this is the same button. Can you see? It's the same button. But when it's upside down, it looks completely different than it does when it's right side up. So if I had separated them, this would have been in a pile of black, and this would have been in a pile of turquoise. So I'm not real sure that my solution is the best solution, even at that. I ended up with a lot of single buttons and a lot of 2s and a lot of 3s. So I'm thinking I'm just going to throw those in the Goodwill box with all the other odd single buttons that I have. Except for like this one. This is a pretty one. It's just cheap plastic. But I thought, you know, maybe I could make one of those toppers, you know, that just needed one pretty button. And then I could use like single buttons for that. But what are you going to do with 2 of these? It looks like those things those people put in their ears when they stretch their ears out. God, I hate that look. Ooh, if you've done it, I'm sorry. I don't hate you, but I still don't like giant holes with disc hanging in them. It seems so heathen to me. Okay, so I am going to start putting my buttons in my little holder. See? Is that handy? And so I'm thinking maybe I should have a black section and a red section and a green section. I don't know. See? See? Isn't that just so fun? But that's not why I'm here. I just wanted to show you that. And yes, I'm still wearing my blouse that I finished yesterday. And you can see it fits me perfect. Perfect. Even though I had half an order of sweet potato fries yesterday with Jerry at the Mooyah. Okay. All right, you want to see what I brought home from JoAnn's yesterday? You know it's Viv's fault because she texted me and she said, "Did you realize that JoAnn's has all the patterns at $1.99 except for, I guess it was Quick Sew or I don't know which one, but anyway, almost all of them were on sale." Hold on a second for me. Okay, you want to see what I bought? All the patterns were on sale. That JoAnn's was the biggest mess. The biggest mess. I noticed all the employees were different. And they had this manager that I have never seen there before. She didn't look like she could manage a chicken laying an egg. Never mind, an entire JoAnn fabric store. And the fabric store looked like it, let me tell you. I'll show you a picture. I'll show you a picture. I wanted to go look for the Butterick patterns. So, first I walked into the JoAnn's. I'll show you, I took pictures yesterday because I was sending them to Viv. First thing, I walked back to where the patterns are in the big pattern table. There were no chairs. No chairs anywhere. I was there almost 2 hours and I had to stand up the entire time. I couldn't believe it. So I stood up the entire time looking at the pattern books. First I went through Simplicity, and then I went through McCall's, and then I thought, you know, I've seen a lot of these patterns before. This doesn't look new. So I looked at the cover of the books. They were from summer and spring catalogs. So anyway, I finally got to the Butterick one. So I go over there to look for the Butterick patterns. And you know that the pattern drawers, you guys are all seamstresses, or you wouldn't be watching me. You know how big they are and how they pull out far, and they're very, very heavy. Well, the top Butterick drawer was halfway out. So I went to pull it and it wouldn't pull. I went to push it and it wouldn't push. So it was just stuck halfway out. You couldn't push it in, you couldn't pull it out, you couldn't do anything with it except that it wobbled up and down. Very scary. The drawer, there was I think there was 3 places for 3 drawers. The middle one was completely gone. No drawer at all. The bottom one was full of Butterick patterns, but the drawer could not pull out at all. It was completely stuck. So you actually had to get under the top drawer, crawl into that hole, and look at the patterns. Most of which weren't even there. I noticed when I got, in fact you'll probably see the picture, I noticed when I got there that there was one of their shopping carts full of patterns, and I thought, well, what the heck were all those patterns in that shopping cart? Well, they evidently were from that middle missing Butterick drawer, which I finally figured out, and I went and looked through. I went later to go have my fabric cut out, and there was 2 ladies there behind the cutting out table, and I was the only one there. And I said, you had a real problem over there in those drawers. I said, those Butterick drawers are dangerous. She said, oh, well, that's not considered an emergency. Yeah, wait till it falls on someone's kid and hurts them really bad. I bet they'll think it's an emergency then. Oh my gosh, you know, they're metal, they're sharp. They honestly, they could cut somebody's foot off or their hand off. I feel like trying to figure out who's in charge of JoAnn. So I'm sure it's not JoAnn. And write a letter or send an email or send a ship or something. I don't know, but that's just rotten. So anyway, I did still manage to spend $100. You want to see what I got? Yeah. And I hope none of these patterns are duplicates, but the good thing about that is, with my new pattern system around here, I at least can go in and immediately find out if they're duplicates. So that's really nice. So they had buy 3 buttons, get 3 buttons free. So I wished I'd had these for this blouse the other day because they are really pretty. So I bought 3 of those, and not for any particular reason other than I thought, you know, they were pretty generic and could go with anything. So I bought 3 of those, and I bought 3 of these. So I got 3 free. I don't know which ones. There's no prices on them, but I'm sure it was the cheapest ones were the free ones. These have a stripe, a little stripe going through each of them. I hope the camera can see. Okay, so that was buy 3, get 3. Then there was also buy 3, get 3 free thread. So I got 6 threads. You know, that's obviously their plan. Make you buy 6 when you only need none. Okay, so there's those. So then I got this stuff. I noticed when I was going through the Simplicity catalog that there was a pattern for a mask. And there's some places, if the worst happens, and they shut down America and make us all wear masks. Did you hear some mayor did away with Thanksgiving? Chicago, I think it was. She's canceling Thanksgiving. Somebody needs to cancel her brain. I just couldn't believe it. Anyway, this is the kind of stuff that comes on those paper masks that goes around your ears. So it's skinny and soft and wonderful. Can you tell? So I thought, well, maybe I'll just use some of my tons of fabric and make some cute masks, just in case You have to wear them in the restaurants. They won't let you in the restaurant unless you have it on. But you can take it off once you get to a table. So things like that. Alrighty? So, you want to see the fabric I bought or you want to see the patterns I bought? How about the fabric, because it's right here. I decided to play like I was Viv today. And buy some of these fun girls. Oh, look at that. I don't like to wear people on me. I don't like to wear faces on me. I'm always shocked when I see somebody with a giant tattoo of somebody's face here and somebody's face here. It looks like they've got 3 faces. So I just don't like to wear people usually. But this has so much color and so many garments and hats and bracelets and sunglasses and necklaces, and I just thought it was way, way cute. So I had to get me some of that. Oh, one of them, you know, when you buy these quilting cottons, that's what they are, they're 100% cotton. If you get to the end of the bolt, and if there's less than 1 yard left, they give you the rest of it free. So my lightning fast mind figured out, have them measure it, you know, if there's just a little bit on it, have them measure it. So the lady measured one of them, there was like 1 2/3 yards yet left. And I said, well, I think I just need a yard. She said, well, then do you want the rest of it free? I said, well, if you insist. So that was this one. This one's really cute, and I wanted to make face mask out of it. I ended up with 1 2/3 yards. Are the birds right side up? Yes. I think that's cute. I like cardinals, you know. It's got some words, but you can't read them. I have no idea what the words say. Oh, one says butterflies. One says butterflies. And one says nature. And one says flowers, but they're really, really tiny words. But I thought that was really cute, and I thought this would make a pretty face mask. I mean, if you have to wear one, you know. And I like it. And then I just got one more, because I just like these colors. There's nothing to it, it's just boring really. But I like these colors. So, and they were 30% off, plus an additional 20. So, I just happen to like these colors. Ooh, yeah. You can see I look good in these colors. Blue and black. I love black and red, black and pink, black and blue, black and everything. It's just, black is good with everything, isn't it? So that's my fabrics. They have to be washed. So, you want to see my patterns? Jerry went with me, and Brad went with Viv. You know, that's how this happened. Viv said, I'm going to JoAnn, Brad's going with me, all the patterns are on sale. So I said, Jerry, please, can I go? Brad's taking Viv. So Jerry came, and you have to do it. You have to drag your husband because they only allow you 10 patterns. And so Viv and I always buy more than 10 patterns. So we have to have our husbands to buy the extras, right? Okay, so let me get all my patterns out. See, this is Jerry's bag. I had a bag, he had a bag. No, oh my gosh, we about got in a fist fight with the crazy clerk and the new so-called manager. They had a 20% off your entire purchase, and I insisted. Terry said, Terry had been there just the day before, and she said, they're going to tell you that 20% won't work. You insist that they make it work. So I was arguing with her and telling her. I said, it says, right. She said, well, some of that was on sale, so it's not good. So I showed her on her coupon. It says your total purchase. It says right there, y'all can read it. Your total purchase includes regular and sale priced items. Ha, hello. And they say, oh, well, that doesn't include sale priced items. So I argued, and Jerry was getting embarrassed. He was about to walk off and say he never knew who I was. So he said, just pay him. So I did. But I'll tell you, if I'd been there by myself, we would have called the district manager from New York or something. So anyway, you want to see my patterns? Here's the face mask pattern. Now this one says that it makes it easier to breathe. So I'm thinking, hopefully, if it is easier to breathe with this, because you can more or less size it to your face, that I actually could wear it longer than 2 seconds when I take it off and hang it from my ear because I can't breathe. So that's the base mask pattern. Then I have never ever bought Berta patterns. I didn't even realize there were Berta patterns. I mean, I knew there was Berta, but I thought the Berta was in the Berta book. And then you opened it up and took out this thing, and there was 5,000 patterns drawn on top of each other and next to each other, and you had to trace them, and there was no seam allowances. I'm just, no thank you. So Viv said something about Berta being on sale. So I thought, well, that must mean like it's a real pattern. And so I looked, and sure, there was one Berta book. And so I looked, and they were out of most everything that I decided that I liked in the Berta book, but they had these two. So these are the two I got from Berta. 6330. Easy, but what I like about it is the tie. I like the tie because I think it makes it different, and I think it's fun the way that they color blocked it. Okay, I hope I'm getting close enough for you. And it says right there in the corner, super easy. So we'll see. I thought, don't buy a super hard one when you've never made a Berta before. So this is a 6427, and it also says super easy, and bought it for the same reason. I like the tie. I don't know why. But I think that's super cute. And I really like the ties on the sleeves. I think that's super cute. So, that's my only 2 Bertas. That'll be the only 2 Bertas in my entire collection because I don't own any other Bertas. Alrighty. Then I got this Butterick. I don't know about Connie Crawford. I think I've had some of her stuff before, and I think Viv said something about they have 1-inch seam allowances. But I really like this View B. I really like that View B topper. So I bought it to make that with. And there's no line drawings on the back of this, but this is B6466. B6466 by Butterick. Okay, so that's 4 so far. This is number 5. And I don't know, I guess I've suddenly got this kick on ties because this is another one that's got a tie on the side. And I think it's really cute. This is Butterick 6765. Butterick 6765. And this is the back. And I like it because of the tie. I think that's really fun. Okay, and here's another Butterick. You should have seen me crawling in those drawers. I'm not kidding you. I was down on my hands and knees, sticking my head in that drawer. And if that one on top had fallen down, I would have been beheaded. This is B6732 Butterick. And this one I bought because it's got this trim underneath the bust. And then the bottom is a little bit gathered, and it's got a fun sleeve. So I thought I might try that Butterick. Something different from what I usually make. Collarless. Yeah, I thought that was cute. Now this one, I really like the material that they made it out of. This one might make me look like I'm having 3 babies at the same time. I'm not sure. I thought it was fun. 3 ruffles. Now they do have the version, one of the versions doesn't have the ruffles, but they all have the sleeve. But what I want to do is the sleeveless one with the 3 ruffles. I hope these are showing up good for you guys. B6664. Next is B6685. I bought a lot of Buttericks, didn't I? And you know why? Because the Simplicity and the McCalls were summer and spring. I've already been through the summer and spring catalogs. I already had what I wanted out of those. Big disappointment there. B6685. Again, we have a tie going on. So I bought this one because I like the sleeves and I like the tie. B6685. So many of them were spread out in other places in the store. A whole bunch of them were put on top of the cabinet, but not in any logical numerical order. And then a whole bunch of them were in that shopping cart. What a mess. And here's another one. Good gravy. I'm going to have 5,000 belts in my closet. Here's another one that has a tie. So everything that had a tie, it evidently really got to me yesterday. B6731. Another tie. I think I must be having dreams of invent-a-waist on this body. Oh. I actually do have a waist, but it's, you know, up here. It's supposed to be down here. And I love this. I love to make my own pajamas, as you know, and this one's got princess seams. And I like to have the pants to go with my pajamas, but I always take them off before I get in bed at night because I get way too hot. But I just thought this View C was so cute right here. I found this one in the cart. It wasn't in any order. It was just kind of stuck up and laying there sideways. And I went, oh, that's cute. I'll take it. It says it's a size large. Is this only one size? Oh, 6 through 14. So, which one do I like? This one right here, View C. Gotta be sleeveless. No house coat. I am never cold enough to wear a house coat. However, I really do like this one here, this short one, that short little house coat jacket. I would like that, you know, especially if I like go visit Margaret, or I go visit my friend Mary, or if I ever go visit Philly, then, you know, you want to be decent, but you don't want to get dressed before you come out of your room in the morning. How can you get dressed before you have your coffee? That's not right. All right, now I have one Simplicity and one McCall's, and I'm sure I already have this, but it's the one that has the square neck, and I thought, oh, I'll cut out a different style, so, you know, I can use both of them. So this is S8883. Simplicity, S8883, Princess Seams. It's got a little ruffle going down into the princess seams. I think that's super cute. Super cute. I really like that. This one down here, at the bottom, E, that one, it just has one ruffle. So I think that's cute. And here's my very last one. And this one is another topper. And I really like it. And again, it has a top front. I cannot believe everything I chose. And for heaven's sakes, why is every other pattern one with a tie on it? Ties must be really in right now. So this one has a tie also, and I think it's as cute as it can be. And I did not already have it. This is M8120 Mrs. Jackets out of Georgette Crepe Chiffon or Voile. I don't own any Georgette Crepe Chiffon or Voile. I may have to order some. So, lots of ties for me. I better stay on this diet so somebody can tell I've got a dent where the tie goes. Okay, that's all I wanted to show you today. My video yesterday was so long, I'm just going to make this one short, okay? I'm going to finish doing button duty, and at 3 o'clock, oh my God, it's 3 o'clock, I have to go. Glenda's on right now. Bye.